offense finally kind of came around. I mean, you started to really see that this week, and how encouraging was that?
Yeah, it was exactly what we needed. Anytime you can get a quality start and, get a lead that is pretty significant, you're sitting pretty. And we got a little sloppy late. We'll clean that up. But some of the at-bats were really impressive, and, love the low strikeout total.
Brett, you got one? Or we don't need to raise hands. It's just the three of y'all, so y'all just take it.
What went into, I guess, putting Parker in the lineup today? Obviously, he had some success. Is that just something where you've seen him? You knew he was capable, but he hadn't really done it, or?
Well, it's a situation where we're like chasing contact, and he's always been a contact guy. He's a winner. He's ultra competitive. Things slow down for him, and we just kept hitting, and like, wait a minute, there's something in here. And Wyatt Crowell's the same way, and so is Davis Harris. So, they're in the mix. We're going to just wing it, that old saying, grind it till you find it. That's what we're going to do.
You said going into the season that you guys would rely a lot on power. How exciting was it this weekend to see 6 homers after none last weekend? Yeah,
we've got again, it goes back to, what you're deciding to swing at. And we did a much better job of that today. And, seeing Robbie hit one out oppo, and Parker going out oppo, and Nelly center. And that's where we got to be. And it's hard to string along hits and walks and, score runs that way. It doesn't mean you go up there and try to, hit it in the trees, but at the same time, it's not easy to score runs with the way the guys can, change speeds and throw real hard.
Hey, Meat, the way you guys won Friday night with kind of a, bringing in Logan late, pushing the right button, winning the game that way, but the way that Tech kind of stuffed it to you yesterday, but threw salt on it, and then the way you guys responded Sunday, just, I guess from like a philosophic, emotional, mental standpoint, how fulfilling is this series victory?
Yeah, it was much needed. They deserve it. They've been through a lot. We've got guys that can't even, take BP throughout the week and then have to play in the games. And, there's a lot of things that people don't, behind the scenes that people don't know about. And going into a rough environment with, people saying things, it kind of brought us together. And it was one that I told the staff when we met this morning. I said, I want this one as bad as I've ever wanted a game in all my years. And I'm just excited about the way we went about our business, and it'll be beneficial when we go on the road to Miami and all these other places that we have to go to, because it was, it was rough with some of the stuff we were having to deal with coming out of the stands.
You talked about how encouraging the offense was. I guess along with that, just the nice timing of it. Obviously the challenge is ahead this week. How encouraging do you think that could be confidence-wise going into what lies immediately ahead?
Yeah, nobody wanted to go straight into conference like we had to do, but it also is beneficial because here, comes Florida, and we're going to, be as packed as we can be at Hauser. And, we've been in some environments already. And again, I don't know what they've been in, but conference is different. And so it prepares you. And of course, going to Miami, that's never an easy place. And so all the obstacles and, things that these guys have, seen and heard and dealt with and trying to overcome and stuff like that is all beneficial coming up.
The pitching line wasn't as lights out this weekend, but it seemed like every time the guys needed a big out to limit the damage, that they got the job done. Just how impressive was that to see, and their composure in that sort of atmosphere?
Yeah, that's again, it's like hits. It doesn't matter how many, it's when. And those outs, when, we got people on base and stuff's getting a little bit dicey, those are the ones that propel you. And we were really good at that. Of course, some of the guys that went back out after they got out of critical innings didn't necessarily have the intensity and focus that they did the previous inning, and we'll work on that. But you're right. There's certain outs that really, really matter.
With not throwing Carson this weekend, I guess, do you plan to start him on Tuesday against Florida?
Yes.
With Parker, I guess, going back to him, was it something, did he kind of push you to maybe get this chance, or was there any hesitancy on your part because of, I guess, how important a pitcher he is, or was it something, I mean, you just had full confidence in what he could do out there?
It's a little bit of everything. One, if you go back and you think of Tyler Holton and Gil Martin and, JC Flowers, there's been a lot of them. It's just a lot for them to do it right out of the chute as a freshman. It's a lot. Now, Parker and Davis have been in for a COVID season, and, it's a little, things slow down. They've got all that pitching stuff. It's in their muscle memory, and now we can, work on the hitting. And that was kind of the thing. It's like, all right, well, shoot, he's done it all his life for one, and, he's got everything down pat when it comes to the pitching side. Let's start working them in because we're not making enough contact. And, it worked out today, and we're going to keep going with the hot hands.
Meet some of the behind the scenes stuff. I mean, I don't want you to, give away any secrets, but some of the injury stuff, I guess you might be kind of implying. Is that stuff that you hope these guys are going to be able to eventually get over the hump and be healthy at some point this season, or are these going to be lingering things they're just going to have to toughen?
There's a little bit of both. There's a couple of them that there's nothing they can do. It's going to be a season-long deal, and they'll get surgery at the end of it. And then there's others that we feel like, they can get to a point where they don't have to take, days and days off before playing. So it's been weird. It really has.
Just wondering how Reese is doing after that hard fall against the wall early in the game today.
Yeah, he'll be out for a bit. He's concussed, so not sure how long. It all depends on a lot of factors, but he was definitely loopy.